Ryan Schultz here in front of the 2000 E39 M5. Welcome to the fall update. It is clearly fall in Ohio and time for another update video. It seems like just a few weeks ago that I did my summer video doing a bunch of stupid little parts on the car. I suppose that was August. It's now late October. This video probably won't see the bandwidth of the internet until November because I've got a couple things in the mail, a couple things going on with the car right now. First and foremost, just got the car back late last week. Trunk lid rust fixed. Check that out. I actually have the plate and plate frame off right now because I just replaced my 4 license plate screw acceptors. Apologize for my dirty hands, I just mowed my yard. These things, my old ones all look like this. They're all broken. That's supposed to have another one coming off of that. They snap in the holes right here, and then your license plate screws screw into that. My old ones were broken, so you put the screw in there, it turns and turns and turns, and nothing happens. So these are 4 new ones. The part number I have in just a second for you. Part number 51181852299. They're $6.95 from Amazon, came from Pasadena, California, I think, and took just a few days to get here. So I just punched all those new ones in really well, used a little bit of Vaseline between that and the body to avoid contact and issues with that. Now that my rust is fixed, if you don't know, I had a pretty gnarly bubble right here on the seam that extended underneath to the handle. I had a guy in Kent, Ohio do it for me. He's done my body work before. Good price, 600 bucks for that, and the rocker panel. I had the driver's rocker pretty much rebuilt. It was all rusty. So there was rust here, there was rust along the handle here, and then around this acceptor. So all of that has been repaired. I did as much prep work as I could before I dropped the car off. I took the roundel off, I took the license plate lights off, of course the plate frame and the plate, but I drove it over there with a plate on it. I took this handle out, the plastic trim on the inside of the trunk. Actually still have that out because I'm getting some sand in here. From the sandblasting, so I've been cleaning that out. Another thing I have to fix, I broke it again, is this damn trunk light, so I actually ordered that today. I'm happy with the rust though. We'll take a look over here, or the lack of rust I should say. We'll take a look over here at the rocker. This is the one that was redone. I am using a new camera. This is a Canon, is it the ELPH 330HS PowerShot? So let me know if that's better than the iPhone 5 and 5S. So this has been totally rebuilt. That's included in the 605 figure. I think a pretty good deal to totally redo this. This was a pretty bad rust area over here for this car. I am missing the mud flap. That's been missing for quite a while, and I just ordered it. So that may be an install section of this video is replacing that. The other one is still there, which is good. So we've got the rust fixed, we've got the new acceptors in the back, that part is on its way. Moving on to something else I ordered today, the door seal. This passenger side door seal has been like this about as long as I've had the car. It's busted wide open here. I'm sure it's noisy, I'm sure it doesn't hold water as well as it should, and I just learned last night how to replace it. It's actually really easy. Just get your hands up in here, another hand over here, and you really should have 2, and then you pull down. It meets right here by the door sill, so I will have to pull the door sill out, which I'm sure will be fun, but then I'll have a nice new door seal, and the other 3 on the car look excellent. So that'll be nice to get done. We're gonna take a quick peek inside. It's informing me that my lights are on, which they are. So today being the 28th today? It's the 28th. 28th of October, 2013. We're at 180,488 miles. We have hit 180. This car has a lot of miles on it, I know, but there are no check engine lights. I'll show you in a minute, but here's an update to the interior. Maybe many of you will recognize the sound, maybe you won't, in which case I'll tell you in a minute. Yes, the familiar sounds of a Valentine 1 radar detector hardwired, following the video from Andrew on E39 source, directly into the green and white wire from the HomeLink system here. That's ignition wire. If I start the car, it gets power again, and there it is. Ready for K, KA, X, laser. It's excellent. I love it. So there's that. See, the engine does work. It's a little cold right now. My parking brake has been something that has not worked for a while. I took it apart. My cable that goes to the passenger side, I believe, is broken. I tightened up the left side so it does function now. from the left side, I'll have to take it apart in the spring when it's warm and I care about it more, and I will fix the right side of the parking brake. But it is functioning right now. Now, something that has been plaguing this car since I have owned it. I'll actually kill the engine here so maybe you'll have a better chance of hearing it. We will need key in position 2 though. This button here controls the blower motor. I'm gonna throw a seatbelt, I guess it doesn't care. So we're on setting number 3, which is the only setting that I've used in this car for a considerable amount of time. Should we be cold, we turn it up, right? Do you hear that? The blower motor, which is the fan that blows air through the car, is located about 6 inches below my hand, way up here on this side of the firewall. It's a pain in the ass to get to. And I've probably got a bad bearing in there or some broken blades and it's out of whack and it vibrates and then clicks and makes all of these horrendous noises. Somewhere it sounds like there's a squirrel in there, one of these speeds. It's pretty bad. So I found out that for about $210 I can get a blower motor and a final stage unit and replace that. Only problem being the dash has to come out. It's gonna be fun. Next time Colt is here, he has experience replacing his. He's going to help me do this one, and we will definitely have a video on a blower motor and FSU, final stage unit, final stage resistor, replacement for an E39. So that won't be in this video, but look forward to that later on. Something a little further out will be the mirror glass. I filmed this in my summer update. The seal is probably broken in there, and you can clearly see that that is deteriorating. So I'll replace that in the spring. No sense in putting a $300 piece of glass on there that's only going to get chewed up in the winter. So we'll probably do a DIY on that come sunny days again in 6 months. Here in the back, I actually haven't done much since I replaced those cup holders. I've cleaned it up a little bit. I have not yet completed my interior Xano application of Z9 and Z10. Usually do that once it's windows up season and condition the leather. It's not too bad. I'll be doing that in the upcoming weeks. However, when I got the car back from the body shop, having the rust fixed, I asked him to keep it in the shop at night. And he did, which I appreciate. So it's inside and it's safe. However, that means it spends 4 solid days in a body shop. I got the car back. You know me. I've clayed this car. It has 48 million coats of Xano polish on it. I got it back and it felt like cement. The entire car was rigid and sandpapery, just like cement. Clearly all paint overspray. So I put just over 18 hours into claying the entire car and building up a few select Xano waxes for the winter. So now it's smooth as can be again and ready for winter and protected and feeling great. Anyways, I mentioned in a video that went up a little bit ago that I pulled my rear deck out and shut up a lot of the noises back here, and that has been very, very, very nice. This car is a lot quieter now. I used to have all these squeaks and rattles and it was miserable. So that at this point is 99% gone. The split fold seats add a little bit of noise. I've tried to deal with that, but I did pull the deck and put some more sound insulation in there, so that is a lot quieter. I'd say it's 98% as good as, say, Canon's 525, which is silent. Talking about more future updates, M Audio. That's right. This is a production 2 of 2000, February 2000 M5. The only option on this car was DSP, which the car still has, as you can see by the DSP deck here. In September of 2000, for the 2001 model year, they offered M Audio, which had 2, 10-inch subs or so, one over here and one over here, using the same amp, which is nice. It's the DSP amp right back there. So if I can find those speakers, the wiring, I do have to salvage a couple of connectors out of my current DSP box and twist a few things together and then install that. That'll probably be a video come spring or maybe over the winter, depending on how things go financially, and that'll be a nice little upgrade. And by the way, the license plate frame is not going back on because winter absolutely eats it. It will look like hell after a winter. So I'm gonna keep it inside, ride dirty for a while with no frame. Gonna be pretty badass with that. Put it back on in the spring and it will look great. I thought maybe we could play with the camera a little bit here. This seems to be way better than the iPhone, especially in terms of zooming. We've got 10 times optical. So that should look pretty decent. Maybe we can even find some of the chips in my bumper that I've touched up. Yeah, there they are. At least there's no leaves in the grill this time. Something that I can't recall if I had done in my summer update or not. My rear diffuser, there's an imperfection in my rear bumper. My rear diffuser has been plastadipped black, just to see if I like it. If I like the way it looks black, consider having a body shop paint it. If not, I'll just peel the plastidip off and it'll look like it did before. Leave me some comments, but I actually think I like it black. With this car, this Silverstone metallic blue, the black bumper trim, I think it gives a little bit of contrast, and I think I'll keep that for a while. Alright, the next clips in this video will be in a few days when my parts arrive. We'll install the mud flap, the driver's door seal, and the trunk light. Stay tuned. Here now at Dave Walter BMW. Today's Wednesday. It's been 2 days. Still have not reinstalled my piece up here. I just did replace that light. That's the second time I've replaced that light in Dave Walter BMW's parking lot. Just picked up my parts. This is what the mud flap looks like. We'll get a picture of the part number on there, 51718222167. I believe it was about $8. My total for all of this, including the door seal, was $85.15, with the light being $14.77 and the seal right here being $57.73, which is actually cheaper than some of the places I have found online. So here's the seal. Now the real kicker here is look at the box that they gave it to me in. Yeah, it's massive. So I guess I've got lots of scrap stuff. Now I could probably walk it back in and get them to recycle it, but I can deal with it. And just for fun, we parked next to a F10, M5, and Alpine. Looking real snazzy. I'll check, even though I already know it's an automatic. Of course it is, they all are. And we'll step back here and you can see the size comparison between these two cars. It is ridiculous. It is a facelifted F10 M5. You can tell by the grills. It's got the full xenon adaptive LED, or full LED headlights, I'm sorry. And it has the steering wheel, which was first in the M6, F12 or 13 or whatever that is. If I saw a window on here, I'd give you a window sticker. I'd give you the ridiculous 7-digit price tag. But it looks pretty good. I'm going to take a quick walk around the dealer here, see if there's any other M's. I did see a E92 M3 right there, and some of you may have noticed a few seconds ago, that is a 435. I don't know if I filmed it last time for the source when I was here, but that's what a 4 Series looks like. I believe this was a 428 last time I was here, so they are here now. Some new M6 over there, F12, 13, whatever that is. There's a older E63 or 4 M6 over here, and then that E93 M3 that I filmed last time. It is now December 2nd, 2013. Time has gotten away from me. Things have been very busy. I am in San Diego, California right now. I've been here for nearly 2 weeks. My M5 is very cold at home in the garage, but very clean. The door seal is done. The mud flap is done. The blower motor is done. The FSU is done. This is a brief intermission from the Ohio car. We're, as I said, in San Diego. This car has been on E39 source before. It's a 2006 E60 M5. It's my father's. This is the 98 355 F1 Spider. I'm out here helping him move into his new house here, so that's why I've been here. Thought we'd have a little intermission, a little update. I know this video's gone on for way too long. I started it in October. It is now December. Headed back on Tuesday to the M5, so expect some clips of my E39 in a few days or a few seconds for you. But I thought we'd have a quick little update with this. This just has 37,000 miles on it now. It's an 06. Seen it before, I think, so I'm not going to go crazy with that. But the computer has come on and said that it wants spark plugs. So I don't know if my dad and I are going to attempt that tomorrow on Monday. It's kind of our last chance before I head back to hellish Ohio. It's been in the 70s and sunny every day here. I've been wearing shorts. It's going to be horrible to go back to snow. But if we do attempt it ourselves, you can look for a S85 V10 spark plug DIY. The only reason we may not, again, time restrictions A, and B, cylinders 5 and 10 are right back on the firewall, and a pain in the you-know-what to DIY. So if we have time, we may attempt it. If not, we won't. Plus, it